if you will. And not only will those who love we were able to get a sneak peek of most of the features coming to the game later this month, but there were some placeholder items. Some stuff wasn't really ready for us to play around with, and other things were just simply not finished. It was a fantastic time to play around with the new facilities and tanks, but it was essentially a tiny little play area, and nothing was really tested. Today, however, is the release of Foxhole's dev branch, a special early playtesting branch of the new version of Foxhole. Leading up to the opening of the dev branch was the most recent dev blog, and here the devs stated what we should expect from the update, and they broke it up into 3 main sections: facilities, trains, and fire. They expanded on a few areas that a lot of us had questions on during the dev chat, and also some things that we didn't even see during the dev early preview. So this dev blog has a lot of good information as we go into a testing phase before 1.0 officially releases. But before we dive into that, I do want to remind everyone that I'll be streaming the dev branch when it goes live on September 13th, up until Foxhole Inferno officially drops on September 28th, all on Twitch. And once that does go live, we'll be doing the war 24/7. So come hang out, see the new stuff, ask questions, and then of course come hang out with us during the war. Okay, so starting off, facilities are arguably the biggest changes to Foxhole, and the devs stated that they are supposed to give Logi players a goal, a way to progress through a kind of logistics tech tree, if you will. And not only will those who love logistics be able to progress and get the in-game stretch goals, but they will create strategic targets for the enemy as well, such as raiding an enemy tank facility or even coastal bombardment of enemy ports. This introduces a completely new gameplay loop, and if you progress properly, some things will even be able to become fairly automated, so you won't have to personally scoop salvage fields, for example. And there are also ways to increase your efficiency and streamline your industrial facilities, not unlike other factory games like Factorio. It is clarified, however, that the Logi towns and the usual means to produce material through refineries and factories are not going away. You will be essentially working in tandem with these backline facilities as well as the backline Logi towns in order to get material up to your midlines and of course your front lines. The biggest change, however, is that vehicle variants will not be bound to the tech tree, and they will not be able to be built in Logi towns. This is a huge change, and it means that in order to get a Spatha, for example, you have to produce a falchion, or the mass production tank, in the back line, and then transport the falchion to an assembly area in order to install the modifications at the vehicle assembly spot to make it a Spatha. The same would go for turning a hatchet into a Kreneska or an outlaw into the new Bone Law. The devs state that they hope this creates an added depth to production where certain regions may be more specialized in making certain vehicles than others, therefore creating large strategic targets like knocking out the Spatha factory.
Dude, this stuff is just insane. Like, it makes MMORPGs look like retarded, because you're like just going and you just press a button and it just whoosh 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 and you get a flower, and then you go to a pig and then you go whoosh 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 and then you got pig meat. It's a whole different concept when it comes to this game, with like you got to get scrap metal and then you got to take it to a refinery and refine it and make materials, and then you got to take it to build the shit, and then you got, it seems like a lot, but when it's like the whole point of the game is to create mass militaries and fight, like, it's insane what this means for the game.
Or perhaps the Silverhand factory. They did mention a little bit about tweaking the resources needed for these base variants so it's not completely crazy when you get to the upgrades, but we really have no idea until we get to those parts of the tech tree. Additionally, the new modification center is balanced in such a way that hopefully you won't be able to spam incredibly overpowered tanks like you could in past wars, and instead you will need to see if it's actually worth the resource sink. Still, the devs are pretty keen on this being a great new way for vehicle modifications, but it really needs players to test and see what works and what doesn't. And although I'm really excited to see this in action, it is a huge fundamental change in the way that vehicle production is managed. Now, apart from vehicle modifications, facilities will also be able to produce the following: sandbags, barbed wire, and metal beams, refined resources like concrete and petrol, battle tanks and super heavy tanks, artillery shells like 120mm and 150mm rounds, and also heavy ammo, including the new flame fuel, 94.5 and 75mm, as well as logistics equipment like stationary cranes.
A huge thing just launching grenades out of the back of it looks so ridiculous. To know that this is a 6-man crew vehicle, like you need 1 for the front gun, 2 for the back guns, a loader, a driver, and then a commander that pops out of the top up here and can use binoculars. It's kind of crazy to think that
stationary
that's
harvesters, pipes, minecarts,
even
and
a thing.
trains. Now, many people have been asking, why can't facilities produce everything? And the real reason appears to be that
Silos and valves for coal and oil refineries. This is a lot of stuff. To be able to produce logistics on the front was just something that was never done before. You had to like take everything from the front to the back and then bring it up to the front, and it could be a slow process. I don't know how fast these little trains are going to be. But I'm assuming these little ones are going to be fast, and the bigger ones are going to be a little slower, but carry more stuff. This is just
Logi
kind of
balance
cool,
may
man.
get so out of whack with facilities that iterative updates would actually be better. As the devs write, allowing any item to be produced at a player-built facility has the potential to undermine the supply line game, which is central to the ecosystem. But they would like to learn how this version is received and expand further in the future. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if later next year, after the devs have been able to see this over the course of a few wars and different ways that it's worked, that we will actually be able to produce things like 762 or shirts or bandages, whatever you could do at a factory at a player-built facility. But we just need to figure out the right balance, and the devs need to figure out the right flow so it doesn't get crazy. The worst thing to do is provide way too many things so that way fronts just never die. There needs to be a little bit of scarcity for this game to actually be good. Now,
I think on one hand, you're right that it can be a lot. Yeah. It can be a lot, like when you're in these logistical hubs and you have like all these things to watch out for, like trains coming down the tracks and cars moving around and people trying to do stuff. Like you could get run over super easy, and it can be discouraging part of the game. But I think the cool part is like the instant deployments. Like you can just instantly deploy to a front line and just kind of grab a kit of whatever's there and kind of jump into a fight, and that kind of keeps the game fresh. And like there's a lot of people who are like severely dedicated to this game, and so like you could find a company and you can find interactions and you can find combat and you can find different styles of that, and it keeps it fresh, kind of like an Arma feel almost, but without, I don't know. I feel like Arma's kind of a walking simulator, and this game could be that too. If you get stuck on foot and you're in between long places, it takes a long time to get somewhere. But I think with a lot of these changes, it's gonna
change related to
make
facilities
it
is
a
a
little
complete
bit better.
rebalancing of fuel. Salvage, sulfur, and component mines now need significantly less fuel to run, meaning that you should be able to have these mines fueled and running without worrying about them for a much longer period of time, which is awesome since it's incredibly frustrating to take a look at backline mines only to see nearly every single one is not only out of fuel, but also empty of resources. Because of this change, vehicles have also had their fuel consumption cut by 50%. Or put another way, vehicles can now drive twice as far on one tank of gas. This is a really nice quality of life change, especially for tanks like the Widow, which are notoriously huge gas guzzlers. Also, with the new oil refineries, petrol should actually be a lot more prevalent, and we may see vehicles come to use petrol instead of diesel as their main means of fuel, which would be a really interesting game mechanic, especially if perhaps one region has a much better petrol refining process than the other. So you could have entire areas of the map that simply run on petrol, while other hexes run on diesel. Apart from fuel, bunkers and pallets are also getting a rework as well. Pallets are now the intended method of delivering bulk items to the front, and the devs have stated that large items like 120, 150, 250, and 300mm ammo are able to be stored on pallets. But on the dev branch, I even saw things like tripods and lamentums, so expect a whole host of new ways to transport items. However, with this change is the removal of a beloved piece of logistics equipment, the small shipping container. The small shipping container is the go-to for supplying faraway hexes with up to 40.
Yeah, but the truth is, you have people like I said, that have been playing this game for so long, and they're solely dedicated to resource management team stuff. So, like, you'll have entire companies of people who are just doing logistics. Like, that's all they do every war, set up really cool logistical hubs and support the front in their own way. And so kind of, you can, there's a lot. The fact that it's a sandbox is not an understatement.
Crates of whatever you need, usually B-mats or other critical items. And although
I'm not trying to encourage anyone to play. I'm
really
looking at an
concerned about the
update before I
loss
get
of
on
the
this
small
WoW.
shipping container. Unless rail is routed to far-off relics and bases, I'm really curious to see how these areas
I wanted
will
to check on
survive
World of
now cut off
Warcraft
from
and
Logi for
Dragonflight
so
too, but
much time. And any experienced player knows how
to do
effective
that off
a
stream, I
couple
guess.
of well-timed small shipping container deliveries can be. I'm still really not sold on this one change, but we'll see. Bunkers are also getting a new surprise change, and they will actually require barbed wire, sandbags, and metal beams instead of basic materials as they used to. This is confusing.
What does it say? Certain defense modifications on bunkers will now use barbed wire and sandbags. Oh, I see, like the inside of here. Interesting. So these are like storage facilities for sandbags. Well, we do hope that trains will help alleviate the added logistical burden of this change. We recognize that it may not be enough. Similar to other large items listed above, players can produce crates of these materials at the factory and submit them. Huh. But I really don't feel like we had a problem with that before. I just feel like this is going to create an influx of that kind of crap to throw around, and like we're already dealing with destroying concrete bunkers sometimes for 3 or 4 days.
I hate it and I love it.
These fools were destroying in the last war. They were destroying concrete bunkers for like, I don't know. I think it was like 4 days before they actually got to a relic base one time. So it was like it was considered the concrete war, but yeah, it was crazy.
I don't really know what to think about this one, and I'm guessing that this sentence here means that certain bunker upgrades specifically that require sandbags, barbed wire, or metal beams when you actually place them and see them, like adding razor wire to the top of a trench, using metal beams for trench bridges, or sandbags for, well, the sandbags. I think these things will actually have to use those materials instead of right now where it uses anywhere from 10 to 50 B-mats. Requiring all of these new items will require facilities to be constantly pumping out materials, and as a new way to receive them, bunkers will actually have a new stockpile area called the storage room, replacing older ammunition rooms. Here you can store tripods and tripod weapons, which, if you are looking closely at the picture here, you'd notice an intimidatingly large stack of lamentums all lined up along the back wall, as well as the other sandbags and materials in addition to the large artillery shells. As much as I like the new storage rooms, I really hope that these new mechanics feel like they flow, since at face value, transferring pallets of things like metal beams
I like
to a
how this
bunker
guy's
base
waving.
and then store it inside of a storage room and
What's
then
up?
pull them in order to build a defensive bunker piece seems kind of clunky without really having any fun gameplay interaction.
If you're gonna make everything else real and make everyone do everything else, this makes sense. But putting an extra step in the game is kind of over managing some systems.
So I really just need to see this truly implemented. Moving on to trains, the devs did clarify that train tracks can be placed anywhere in the world, including over ditches and on bridges, as long as they can overcome landscape obstacles. They're snappable, not unlike when you build walls, and when you build a fork in the tracks, you'll also automatically spawn in a switch that you can use to change the train's direction. In 1.0, we'll be getting the following tracks: normal railway tracks, which are used for the large locomotives and their train cars, small gauge railway tracks used for mine carts, and crane railway tracks. Special tracks used exclusively for the heavy rail crane that you can find at facilities and ports. However, you won't have to build everything yourself. Some areas of the game will have tracks pre-built that you can link up to, and these are primarily to help trains get through hard-to-pass places and rivers. You'll also be able to connect trains across regions, and tracks built next to the border will be immune from rapid decay, and players will also not be blocked from traveling region to region. Yes, let me say that again. Players will not be stuck in queue traveling from region to region when they're in a train. And an amazing thing here, since being partisaned in a 15-car train with a load of tanks would be absolutely infuriating. Smaller train cars will have up to 4 cars behind them, and the full-size locomotives will be able to pull 15 to 20 cars, with the final number dependent on playtesting over the next few weeks. Additionally, the devs did state that although the smaller minecarts will be available pretty early on in the war, the larger full-size trains will come online around mid-war, and that these are quote-unquote mountain goals for Logi players and will require significant facility development, cooperation, time, and resources to produce. I really like this, and it gives Logi a goal not unlike a builder and their storm cannon base. Oh, and another piece of key information from the devs, your train will not be stopped by a bicycle. Supposedly, trains will be able to damage and destroy smaller vehicles like bikes and trucks, but larger vehicles like tanks won't get damaged. I'd still like to see if there's any physics going to be implemented in the future, since if a small light tank were to just simply park on the tracks, a full 15-car locomotive going full speed slamming in.
This puppy is making so much noise. I gotta go take him out. I will be right back. Fucking look crazy. Wow. Wildin'? You just be wildin', Wiley. You wildin'. You just be crazy. Crazy as shit. No, because you like to scratch my face. Okay. 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 Yes, hello. Yes, hello. I'm gonna hug you. I'm gonna hug you. You little poopy. You little poopy head. You little. This is my youngest son. His name is Wiley. He's crazy. He's like, I'm barely 4 or 5 months. Barely. Ooh, are you gonna watch the trains? Are we gonna watch some trains? Are we gonna watch some trains together? Come on, yes. Let's watch some trains.
Into it would do a lot of damage. Fingers crossed, but just stopping dead on the rails from one little tank might be a bit of a bummer. Now, to wrap the dev block up, the last part covers fire, and the devs clarified that fire will do damage over time. To an extent. Once the structure is on fire, it must be sustained and grown by the fire that's causing it, or an additional thing like an incendiary rocket or flamethrower, and if left alone, the fire will actually eventually just settle out on its own. I'm guessing allowing fires to just die out is to prevent one arsonist just going around and torching down half the map with no QRF. And although fire might not actually do that in the real world, I think that's a fine gameplay balance thing. It really would be kind of horrible if you were to log on for the day and see that one simple partisan burn down a week's worth of work, all because nobody came out to put a small blaze. Fire now will also act with the environment and can spread between structures, as well as be put out by rain and snow. You can even use the fire to thaw out vehicles in addition to damaging lighter ones. And if you catch fire, well, just have someone throw some water on you or hop into a river or lake to put it out. I really can't wait to see fire in the real war, and I think it will be a great force multiplier for a side if you have a few flamethrowers or incendiary rockets. Being able to clear towns and buildings and start blazes that must be dealt with by defenders will be incredibly fun and chaotic. Lastly, the devs did say that unfortunately quite a few fun things were cut in order to hit their deadlines of September 28. We don't know what has been cut, but one thing that we are getting is a brand new rocket artillery emplacement, and you can see the colonial
Jumping around. You need some water? I got the toy. I got the toy. Yep, get the toy. 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 Yeah, get the toy.
Version in some art here. The dev stated that we're actually getting this one specifically because it's an important balance role, and my guess is that these emplacements will be the exact opposites to the mobile artillery, since right now the colonial rocket trucks can only fire high explosive rockets, while the Warden rocket half-track can only fire incendiary rockets. My guess is that these emplacements are actually flipped, since only having one side with the actual fire incendiary rockets would be a pretty bad balance take if fire is going to be this powerful. Overall, after reading this dev blog and getting ready for the dev branch, I'm excited. And the dev branch is officially releasing today, September 13th, and will run through September 21st. The caveat, it's actually going to be developing in stages, and there's no shortcuts on technology. Since resources and logistics have so many things changing, the devs are actually asking players to start from scratch in order to see how we can interact with the new facilities mechanics and to actually see how we build from the ground up. I both love and hate this, and it's true that the only way we can actually test facilities is by starting from scratch, but I know a lot of people simply don't care about logistics and are going to be bummed out that they can't instantly drive around and test out the new battle tanks. Still, I'll be out in the back and midlines testing out some facilities and getting my Fox Torio on, so I won't be complaining. But what do you guys think? Still hyped for facilities? Are you concerned at all about the new bunker supply and pallet system, or are you just excited to get a rail network up and running? Let me know in the comments below, and if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. But
Too much crazy logistical shit, but it's fun to play the attacks. Like get in a group. On the front lines. That back piece is weak. Only the shoulders look good. Everything else looks like trash. The weapon's alright. But it's not... It doesn't match a color at all. Doki. Play Subway Surf on Google. Yeah, that sounds fun. Son of a bitch! The server reset set me all the way back. Ah! I didn't read the stupid server notes. It's been saying it for 3 days. Hi. Oh no, that's not an invitation. I have to redo this whole shit again. Doki. I feel like this game owes me now. Ding dong, the wicked void ghost is dead. I'm like, did he really say Subway servers? Can't believe I did this morning and I gotta do it again. Come on. Find the book, find the book, find the book. I'm gonna lazy play my way through today. No, don't start that. I'm gonna put you back in the kennel. No. No. Put your ass up.
We have an intruder.
Excellent. I was expecting him, but I don't think you were.
What? You traitor! To target something first.
Moira said he'd be coming. I'm Slaghammer, paying my family's debt by hanging out with these buggers. Let me take down this barrier. The Shadow Deacon's already below, starting his ritual. To get there, we'll need to do a bit of work. If you have any questions, let me know. But we best hurry. These buggers are suppressing Tyr's wards, so the Deacon can do his work below. We need to take them down. Start by dispelling the wards on the ritual.
I don't have a target. I need a target. I need to target
Destroy
something.
that creature before it kills us! The path to the prison should be open. Well, if it ain't me old friend, we'd be doing the world a favor ridding it of this bad, eh? More of the Deacon's mudholes. We could master spell 'em, or just fight through, but I wouldn't get too close.
Yes, the blade is right. I am unstoppable. Once Sakaj lives again, I will hold dominion over this world. Our old leaders chose to work with pawns. I choose the real power.
No. Sound like a baby.
This is
Are you a
Defend me,
baby?
blade. You said this would work.
I need a target.
care of the Deacon.
Last time I thought this thing was going to be difficult, and it wasn't. So, probably going to use some cooldown stuff to speed through.
You think to stop me. With this weapon, I can do anything. Anything! You cannot trust your own mind.
Ah, you fucking twats.
This shouldn't be happening. Why aren't you
Give
protecting
me the weapon,
me?
pussy.
Weak and pitiful. The Twilight Father did not dare wield me, for he knew the price of
Give me it.
failure.
Give me another chance. No! No!
Yeah.
You, on the other hand, yes, I foresee us doing great things together. Take hold of my haft and I will aid you.
Yes.
For now.
That's sick.
Yes, we are eager to feast on the fallen Titan's minions. But first, Sakaj. The cultists may try to stir him again, or he could awaken on his own. We must consume his essence to ensure he is gone forever. You know this must be done.
You did it! The cultists have run off! Ha! Ye should get back to Foul. I'll use this Twilight Portal Stone for ye. Keep an eye on that blade, though. No telling was something that old be capable of.
Couple more dookie ass pieces to get rid of, and I'll be okay. Need all blues. Seek the postmaster. Is this it? Bunch of pets in here. That's kind of cool.
What's on your mind?
Oh. Fuck yeah.
Off with you.
Expensive, but worth it. $720. Investigate.
What can I do for you? Or the Alliance?
No, sir. You're gonna get to play with your brother later. Gonna show me, you stupid cat? I go all over Valorant for this one. Hmm. Plain and garbage, huh? Well, that sucks.
Hey there. Be careful.
Oh, you're just running away. Hush. Oh, shit, I went in the wrong building. No. Back to me, dog.
Hey! Alrighty then.
We will accomplish much together.
The Dark Iron Clan will have the respect it is due.
How may I help you? May light and shadow guide you. I I will hide in shadows no longer. Until next time.
Anaria Shola. Time is of the essence.
How may I help you? Let us get to work.
Uh,
I stand ready to help.
no. Hush. Pain in the butt. Some bitch. Most everything seems like it's back in Dalaran. No, sir.
Hello. Till next we meet.
My goods are of the highest quality. Good luck, friend. Feel free to browse. Farewell. I am listening. Be careful.
A priest. Thank the light. Dionys Akka. Blessing
Come on,
is
give me
just
the level,
inside.
you
Please,
mother.
do whatever you can to save him.
Torre, Alora, escape! My head. Where am I? I need fresh air.
Barum! I'm coming with you. You helped one of my men, so it's only fitting that I return the favor. I'll meet you at Crassus Landing. We can take my griffin down to the island.
Oh. How is this? Oh, you son of a bitch. I cannot believe you did that. Your mama's gonna be so pissed. She uses this every single day. Bad dog. What are we gonna do with you, huh? You're a fucking menace. You're a bad dog. No, you're a bad dog.
Well met.
You don't behave.
Safe
You don't
travels.
behave.
Need help?
No, you don't behave. No, you're bad. Thousand gold. Holy mother.
King's honor, friend.
Train me.
Light bless you. Light be with you. Go with honor, friend.
Best deals anywhere.
Light be with you. Farewell.
Yay.
Well met. Be careful.
I buy and trade. Light bless you.
No.
There is much to be done.
Out with it. For the Dark Lady.
Champion, as your new war chief, I share with you the burden of securing our future. To that end, my fleet is preparing to sail for the Broken Isles. When you set foot in Stormheim, you shall have the full power of the Forsaken at your back. Make the journey with us. Together, we will ensure that no one can oppose the might of the Horde.
Let's get a move on. The Dark Lady's fleet is nearly ready to leave.
Champion, As your new war chief, I share with you the burden of securing our future. To that end, my fleet is preparing to sail for the Broken Isles. When you set foot in Stormheim, you shall have the full power of the Forsaken at your back. Make the journey with us. Together, we will ensure that no one can oppose the might of the Horde.
Do not test me.
What are we, if not slaves to
Are
this...
you familiar with the Vrykul? Towering, brutish warriors from an ancient stock. Subtlety is not a value they hold in high regard. Their legends speak of the Aegis of Agrimar. To claim it, one must undergo some kind of trial. One must be... worthy. The new catapults are faster and more powerful than ever before. I have our goblin allies to thank for that. Truthfully, Stormheim holds another treasure. One that I will be pursuing by my own means. I trust you are more than capable of handling whatever trials stand between you and the Aegis. Nathanos has been training a new generation of rangers. They represent both our past and our future.
What is it?
I think often about our future, hero. My people cannot reproduce. Are we not destined then to wither away eventually? No. The Forsaken will never stop
Speak
fighting.
up!
Not
Get
while I
moving!
reign. Not when there are still beings out there with the power to stop death.
News from Captain Dreadwake, my lady. They have found the temple. The Oblivion has landed nearby. They are building fortifications now and will be ready to lay siege at your command.
Good. Send a bat. Tell them we are leaving shortly.
What joy is there in this curse?
I'm getting closer. It's going slow though. They keep giving me talking quests. Only giving me like 700.
Damn it! We're sitting ducks out here! Show yourselves, you...
The Alliance will be upon us soon, and we have nowhere to run. Organize our defenses beginning with the rear. I want bat riders in the air and catapults at the ready.
My queen, your safety must be our first concern. Surely we can leave a few ships behind to...
Do not question me, Nathanos. Now go. Make for the Eternity and bring this hero with you.
Yes, of course. Come along, hero. A single gunship? Are they insane? Griffins incoming! Man that catapult!
I can't hit anything. Shot down 3. Can I dispel the cannon? Oh shit. No. Why are you dogs so bad? Oh. You act like you've never been outside. You went outside twice already. You just want to go play with Pluto, and he doesn't like to be played with all the time. You gotta give him a little break every once in a while, buddy. He's old.
Fools are boarding my ship. Come on!
Enjoy that.
I don't have a target.
Oh, you fucker.
We must take the fight to them.
But it would be rude to show up without a gift. The apothecaries will have just what you need.
Beasts all over the ship. Put them down.
God.
Filthy worgen. A beast in a hat is still a beast. The mixture in these vials is extremely volatile. Once you pop the cork, there's no containing it. Place a few vials near their ammunition. Before long, the ship will be tearing itself apart from the inside. Meet me on deck when the vials are in place. There is someone here I want to kill personally.
I need a target.
What is it, Ace?
Ooh, you little motherfucker, that was so good. pretty tough. The fuck?
Slay them all! For the Dark Lady!
Monsters! You have no place in this world!
You call us monsters? How rich! Stop holding back, old man! Show us the real you!
This ought to be good. Stay lofty. What will you require? Embrace the shadow.
The fuck is this? Band of Horde. Oh my god.
What do you require? Watch your back.
Hey.
Your dinner's out. Connor.
Yeah, please.
What is it? Make yourself useful. Get moving.
Hey. Quirky.
Ricky?
Fun.
You know, just right. He always has a window open with his chat with his friends. Has another window.
Live streaming.
He has a stupid. I guess it's like you can type something in and then like a computer generates an image for it. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, yeah.
So him and his friends just sit there like typing random things. But I'll walk in and there'll be the most ridiculous like random images on a screen. And I want to say hello.
Hi.
Hello. What you doing? Okay.
We got the Queen into a rowboat, but she didn't want an escort. Told us to stay behind and fight. My guess? She landed somewhere up the coast and continued on foot.
To target something first.
The Naru are with us, always.
No sign of Sylvanas in the hills. What have we here? That's one of hers, all right.
Make it quick.
Try not to get yourself killed.
Eat up, lads! We've a witch to hunt!
Deliver his head to the foothold.
I need to get closer. I need a target.
What now?
Do not test me. For the Dark Lady.
Strength alone will not win what you seek, but it will get you started. Find me near Agramar's vault, and I will put your strength to the test.
What has the wind brought?
Ride the winds.
You're here at last. Oh, goodbye. The vault before you holds not gold, but wisdom. Jotnar is its lock, and glory is its key. Forge a key in the blood of champions, and perhaps the lock will turn. Inside, you will find paths and more. This land is ancient. Seek your fate.
Rites and rituals mean nothing to me, Jotnar. I will conquer your trials and take the Aegis for my own. Cower here in your cave while it still stands.
The gods will not tolerate your actions, Raikul. You will answer for your heresy.
Fuck your totems! Ah! Ah, you dick. I don't want to kill you twice. Go away. Yeah. Oh. Doesn't want to go away.
Come on, bud. Let's go. That's it.
Ouch. That's good right now. You don't want to surf the web on your laptop? Oh, okay.
The rightful champion is nowhere to be found. Oh well, the heads of the other champions will have to suffice.
It's too far away.
The fuck? There was just like random weapons sitting over here. Defeat worthy challengers. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Can you break it up? I was just trying to get as far as I can. The expansions and come out soon, and I was trying to get to where I'm at least even with being able to level up through the expansion. Honestly, I bought a coin so I wouldn't have to, but I want to use it for the new character whenever it comes out, because the dragons look pretty fucking cool, and apparently they can fly, and they don't need mounts. So that would be cool, right? New class and everything. Invoker? Something like that. Are these? Fuck this shit. Here's retarded. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. It wants me to destroy certain types of shrines, but I don't know what I'm looking for. See this guy here, that's pretty obvious. It's lucky kid. Actually stronger than all the other ones. I know I'm gonna stop soon because I want to eat and take a shower. But I know a good portion of my work I can do from home tomorrow, which is kind of cool. Although I can't do that because I don't have much money. I was like, I'll take the bus pass and just go home today instead of spending the extra money for a lift. Or because I had a bunch of work still left over. I didn't do the impact statement, and I didn't want to leave all that shit for me to do the next day. It sucks. Where's the fucking Challengers tribute at? This shit's really fucking... Like, is this it? No, it's not. Just defeat Challengers. Fuck. I'm not trying to do dailies.
I stand ready to help.
We will accomplish much together. Until next time.
What business have you? Shorel Aran.
They're taunting us, you know? The shadows. They see our demise. You don't hear them, do you? They're laughing. They're warning. Oh, our time is coming. The void sends whispers of our fate. A gruesome death. Oh, light a candle for your loved ones, priest. Because the end is near and inescapable!
I will hide in shadow. Another shadow priest spouting nonsense. I can't say I'm surprised. Things like this are bound to happen when you linger too close to the void.
We cannot afford to make careless assumptions, Alonsus.
Hold your
We
head
need to
high.
find out if this shadow priest speaks the truth.
Let us fly. Lightfeather is settled,
and ready to go. Beast is trying to take her soul. Hurry, we can still save her.
I'll crack open your flesh and feed upon your soul.
I don't have a tongue.
The Legion will not break us.
I'm alive. By the light, I live again! Prophet's mercy. What is that?
What are you filthy mortals doing near the Master's portal?
Go deal with that demon. I'll tend to Alora.
You won't escape me this time, Bailiff. Tell me where your master is, and I may grant you a quick death. Sinu Amanore. You were fortunate I was in the area. What brings you to this forsaken place? Do not give in to the power. Let's get going. The portal is just ahead.
There are others trapped inside. Please, rescue them if you can. Thank you again.
Bless the light. You made it. This place is crawling with evil. Arcanon Boros. Jace went to scout ahead. Thank you, champion. With my strength renewed, I am able to dispel this foul magic. Come, hero. Jace was heading this way. We fight at your side, Demon Hunter.
Thank you, friends. I admit, I doubted you'd survive the demon's trap, Boros. Thought it would just be me and the priest now.
My wounds were severe, but our priest arrived just in time.
Azeroth must not... They closed the gates to the upper levels. Priest, use your holy magic to destroy the anchoring crystal. That should open our way. Excellent. Now let's get out of here.
What is that noise? Naranoth! If you allow another jailbreak, I'll strand you on this pathetic rock and leave you to rot!
Be on your guard. I sense a powerful demon ahead.
If you had faith in the light, Demon Hunter, there would be nothing to fear.
A prisoner! We could use her help. Free her!
I'm out of range. It's too far away.
Dingo! Thank you for getting me out of there.
No more escapes on mine watch.
The light has come to
They
vanquish you,
put
Demon.
back in a cage when I'm done with you.
We are agents of the light.
I need to get closer.
The hand of Argus stands with you.
Many thanks again, man, for getting me out of there.
We seek the leader of this den of horrors, an Eredar called Lady Calindris.
Aye, she be outside directing her demons to load up more captives. I be having a score to settle with her. So if you be aiming to take her out, hold me in.
Come, let's move before we encounter any more surprises. I need a target.
It took ages to make my return to the surface after the Sundering. The Naga can be so
Our
possessive.
prey stands before us. We must strike now, before she can summon her
Truly
defenses.
so stupid? You presume to challenge an Eredar sorceress of the Burning Legion?
We are all that stands between the Legion and the Punishment. I've sacrificed everything. What have you given?
I grow tired of this. Be consumed by the darkness! It's just you and me now, little priest. Your pathetic light won't save you.
power. I feel the demon's essence infusing every fiber of my being.
I feel for your soul, Demon Hunter. It's not too late. Turn to the light and be cleansed of your corruption. Spare me your platitudes,
You two can yell at each
Paladin.
other later.
Your people know
It'll be time
well
to get out
the
of this
horrors
place.
that the Legion plans to unleash. The Legion must be stopped, and I will do everything in my power to make it so. Nothing is more important than their destruction.
What brings you here? Good luck, friend.
Keep your wits about you. If we noticed that object shooting out from the Fellstorm, so too did the Legion. Amazing. Ancient highborn ruins litter the landscape. And there, along the coast, it looks to be a very cool settlement. Fascinating. There it is. Land at the shoreline and investigate. Somewhere in those murky waters is our mysterious object. Time to get your feet wet. It's not here. Those beasts must have dragged it into the cave. The search continues.
I am listening. Be careful.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend. Be careful. Need help? Light bless you.